welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be adding curly strands to the end of these braids and adding long curly strands in between. Let's get to it. So I'm using the short strands to add on the end of the braids, and I'm going to be using the long strands to add in between the braids. So this is the thickness that I'm going to do the braid. And I'm going to just put a small black rubber band at the end of the braid so that I can combine the curly strands. Super easy. Look, that other way was just too trying for me. That shit kept slipping. Okay, anyway, this is an old school braid. So I'm not going to separate the hair. I'm not doing any of that. This hair will consist of my third piece to make the braid. So basically all I'm doing is opening my braiding hair up, gripping the hair that I'm going to be braiding, which is my lace front. And I'm just going to braid the lace front hair into the braiding hair. No separation, just braid it right in there. I'm going to take one of these pins, put it at the top of the knot because this is not a knotless box braid. I'm going to put it in at the top of the knot just so the hair doesn't slip, because y'all know this wig hair is straight. Now, so this hair is not the same length as this hair. So I'm just going to release a little bit of this hair to the back and add it onto the hair that was shorter than the rest, basically. You know what I mean. I'm trying to explain it as best as possible, but y'all know how to do a braid. Okay. Now, since we're going to be adding the curly strand at the bottom, you will not be able to dip this hair. So the only thing you can do is basically cut the flyaways as best as possible. And then you can like mousse it down, put some mousse on it for a few minutes and let that kind of lay down the flyaways. You can also take a hot towel. Take a towel, fold it in 2 or 4, place it under the water as hot as you can stand it. And just basically squeeze the water out of the towel, leaving just a little bit in, and patting down the hair instead of actually dipping it. You just weigh it down with the hot water from the towel. So now I'm going to take my curly strand. I'm going to separate it in 2 because I'm only going to use half of it. I'm doing a half per braid. Now, since I'm at the end of the braid, I'm basically going to just braid the curly strand into the hair. Now, I'm not that good at adding the curly strand. That's why I am putting the black rubber band at the end of it, because it's super easy. And I even have a hard time even explaining this part. So I'm going to do the best that I can. So here's the curly strand. Here's the regular hair. Now I'm going to take my black rubber band and just put it at the bottom of the hair. So now you're going to find the straight hair and you're basically going to separate it from the curly hair. See, like here's a piece right here, here's a piece right here, and here's a piece right here. So you're just going to basically take your time, and I'm going to pull it up a little bit and basically cut the straight hair off, and I'm going to cut it as closest to the rubber band as I can. Here's the other piece. And then my last piece. Oh, and you see that little part sticking out? Now you might have a little piece of hair sticking out like this. And how you fix that is you just simply take your rubber band and slide it down ever so gently until it looks like this. If your hair is too separated and you don't like your hair separated that much, just twist it, give it a twirl all the way down to the end. If the ends are too sloppy and you don't like the way that looks, you just do a little snip. So now it should look like this. Now for adding the long curly strand, I'm going to find where I want to place it. Okay, how about right here? I'm going to take my crochet hook, stick it in where I want to add the hair to, about that. Take my curly piece. Now you can put this any way you want. You can make it long in the front, short in the back. You can make it even or vice versa. I'm actually going to put this short in the back and long in the front. And instead of me hooking it in the middle, I'm going to hook it right here. So I'm going to hook this on, close the latch, pull it through. Now there's a hole here. Oops. So now what I'm going to do is basically take one of the strands, it doesn't matter which one, and just pull the hair through, making a quick little slip knot. I can place the long one in the back, like the short one in the back, and the long one in the front. And there you go. And I'm also do one right here. And you can put it how high or low you want it. It doesn't matter. So now I'm just dressing up the hair with these glowed pins and these glowed little wraparound clips. And I'm just putting them anywhere that I think they'll look cute, all over.